The chart here just has a look at the historic credit scores we've had across the fund, so starting in September 2004, pretty much to present day. If it's blue, the credit score's positive, we're favourable about the outlook, we're prepared to take risk. If it's red, obviously we're feeling rather negative. The interesting thing is that we've seen, particularly around the GFC, the credit score has been a good leading indicator for market disruption. You'll see probably around sort of February 2007, the credit score flipped from +1 to -2 very quickly. So we saw a rapid deterioration. The green line here is what's called Australian iTraxx, and what that represents, it's effectively a proxy for fear and disruption within the credit landscape. It's the average credit spread for the top 25 investment grade companies in Australia. So what you see is when the market gets nervous, people get nervous about lending. Oh dear, that's a worry. Is that a sign? Have I overrun? We going for a drink? I wonder if I press something.
It wouldn't be on the remote. That remote. No, that computer. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nice one.
Was that just random, John, or is that?
It's like watching Dad with an iPod.
Yeah, how do we get the well, yeah, half of it done.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Great work.
You only take 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's right, just warming up now.
So that slide you were just showing, the iTraxx versus, you've got a proprietary model
Yep.
and more contextual model, sort of getting, because I saw you in the previous study had ISM in there, and also
Yeah.
economic indicators there,
Yeah.
yield curve shape and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So that turned negative by the end of June.
Yeah. But actually, it first turned negative February 2007. So it was when S&P, I think, first released, it was incidental, but they first released the paper around the concerns around CDOs and sovereign debt and other bits and pieces. I mean, the interesting point there is that we always verge on the side of being defensive. So the output of that, and I can actually continue to talk, is we positioned the portfolio very defensively as a result. But arguably, we actually got there a bit too early because it took...
The timing's perfect. It commenced in 2007. The credit crisis started in 2007. It didn't
Yeah.
start in 2008.
But it wasn't reflected in the market, and I think that we lost a fair bit of performance because we had too high cash and we were too defensively positioned. But then I think the argument is, well, you'd rather be there too early than too late. Yeah. Shall I just? I might just finish up from here.
It's coming to go. There you go. All right, you've got to redo the plug.
How did we?
Use for one no input. Maybe in the interest of time, I'll just wrap up. I'm nearly there anyway.
Okay, well, you keep going.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Will I drop it or something?
Well, look, we've basically got to the end anyway, so there are probably just a couple of key conclusions. I probably needed that there, but a couple of key things that I hope you can take away from this presentation. Firstly, the fact that floating rate securities will give you less volatility in changing interest rates. It's an important concept and something I think it's really important that you take away today. The second point is that by lending over short periods of time to high quality borrowers, you've got a much greater certainty of the outcome. So you're going to have less volatility, much greater certainty. These are two really important concepts. I think the third point is that recent events with sovereign debt and with the potentially unexpected downgrade of the US sovereign debt show us that markets can change very, very quickly and they can react very, very sharply. So the point is here that by being invested in high quality assets, you've got a greater likelihood of navigating that without too much trouble. And I think the fourth and final point for me is just the real virtue of being actively managed. So rather than just leaving your fixed income, hoping that it sorts itself out, will do its job, it's really, really important to be quite nimble and be able to take advantage of opportunities as well as warning signs when you can. So I'll wrap up there. And John, wish you good luck for your presentation.